I wanted to get out here and do another garden video for you. It's early morning, the sun is right in my eyes, and well, it makes filming harder too. You know, hard light is not easy for filming. However, it's not a problem. Inside the high tunnel, we got some shade. I wanted to let you see the peach tree. It's doing great. Over there in the barrels, we got the potatoes going crazy. I've got peppers that are struggling over here, and behind them are peas that are just going crazy. And on the other side of that fence, well, we're gonna have some big old sunflowers coming up. It'll be a neat surprise. Hey, let's take a look inside this. Let me show you how things are coming up, what it looks like right now. Well, as you can see, things are kind of coming along as they're coming along. Now I'm not really sure how well onions are going to do in a high tunnel, these guys, because some of them are kind of spindly and they're struggling a little bit. And so I'm hopeful, but I'm worried at the same time. Okay, so I would like to see them do really well. I would like to see them bulb up real nice this year. But I've learned that onions can be kind of finicky. And the thing of it is my grandfather, he was an onion farmer. Yep. So my mom grew up on a onion farm as a girl. And see what I'm doing right now is just pulling a few weeds that are sitting here. And yeah, she grew up on an onion farm, and that was up close to Paris, Texas, and that would be north of Dallas, just under the Oklahoma border there. And they lived up in that area, and a lot of people lived in that area, the Paris and Sherman area, because it got them closer to the reservation there in the Oklahoma area. See, back before Oklahoma was a state, when it was still a territory, they set up the reservations there for Indians, and of course the Cherokee Nation was forced to walk from where they originally lived to their new home there in Oklahoma, at which point half of them died. And by the way, they also packed up their church. You see, the entire Cherokee Nation was Baptist at that time. I think a lot of them still are. And so they dismantled their church and carried it with them. So yeah, this was what President Johnson had his army doing back then when it came to, you know, let's see if we can be racist to the indigenous people. So anyway, that was what was going on there. And that's how my family ended up there. Because you see, both of my great-grandmothers, both on my mother's side, which is an Ingalls, and yeah, it is the same Ingalls as the one that's famous, and also the Trotters. And so they moved to that area because both women were full-blood Cherokee, and they wanted to be near the tribe, near their family, their parents, fathers. There we go, I think I got him. And so it was important for them to be close, and that's how family started there, and that's how the onion farm started there. Now, I guess I'm just not as good at this as Grandpa was, or maybe he just had a better location in Texas, I don't know. But eventually I'll get it down. Eventually I'll be good at growing onions. It's just a matter of practice. A lot of other things are coming along well. My lettuce, like my red leaf lettuce, is doing great. Now at this point, when you have lettuce like this is what we call baby, okay? I've got baby romaine over there. I've got baby red leaf lettuce here, and baby butter crunch lettuce there. So I've got 3 different kinds of great tasting lettuce. And I can harvest them right now and have salads, and that's what I'm going to be doing probably this afternoon for my lunch. Part of my lunch, at least, will be a salad that comes directly off of my garden here. I'll probably pluck a few of my spinach leaves, of which I can see some holes in, so I need to treat my spinach. And I'm about to dust the whole thing in here. Now, I generally would like to eventually get around to where I'm doing organic farming, but right now I'm not quite there yet, so I'm going to come in here with some carbaryl and do some dusting, and that will take care of whatever that is. Works really well. The other thing that works really well, and I might try it first, will be dish soap. Just spray those leaves down, spray the plants down really well, and I see a critter landing over there with dish soap, and that will stop a lot of those bugs eating it. It's quite effective. So please try that. Now, I have reduced a lot of the creatures that are in this, but of course, there's a few that still manage to crawl in, and I imagine there were some eggs in here at one time or another. And others that come in through the door when I do, or get around through the cracks. So there's going to be some critters. Can't ever stop that. All I can do is contend with it as best as possible. Now, if I want to go poison free, and I think I'm going to try to at first, we'll do the soap thing first. And then if I don't get good results, then I'll hit it with carbaryl. But here we are. Garden's doing good. I've got more of this tarragon over here than I know what to do with. It's almost up to 4 feet high. And so I need to harvest that, pluck the leaves, dry them out, and have plenty of good fresh tarragon. And what these little bugs are that are buzzing around in here floating, I don't know, but I'm about to deal with them. Because I'm sure they're not here to look at the scenery. Anyway, let's take a look. I'll show you around the garden real quick. You can see the different plants. So you'll know, again, we got onions growing here. I've got white and yellow. I think I did yellow over here and white over here. And my red leaf lettuce, my spinach, and carrots are right through here. Carrots are finally really doing something now. And the tomatoes have gotten big. As usual, my tomatoes come right along. There we go. So you can take a look what we have happening here. Right over there. We got that romaine lettuce, and then the butter crunch lettuce right next to it there. Down here I've got some herbs. All right. And right there, that big guy, that's my zucchini. He's doing really well. I'm going to train him right up into that cage. I've never done a squash plant that way before, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. Got a couple of red cabbages down there. It's probably going to be too hot to do anything, but hey, what the heck, I like to plant them. Right here, yellow squash. Broccoli down here is getting chewed on by something, so I'm going to deal with it. Like I said, I got critters eating some of them. The asparagus is robust and hardy. It's doing really good back there, and new shoots are still coming up too. So I'm quite pleased with it. Got some cilantro down here, and the cilantro just right through here. You know, you see those little plants, and some more over here. And then I had an unexpected tomato, this guy right here, that decided to show up, and he wasn't invited to the party, all right, so I tell you what. Now let's take a look over here, and we'll see those tomato plants, get a better view of them. So yes, got tomatoes. Of course, I got the two salsa aromas back here, and they're throwing out a few flowers here and there. Now folks, I'm not really worried about that. I'm not trying to get them to produce blooms right now. I'm trying to get them to produce good roots and lots of foliage, and that's what's happening here. Now when I get a vine like this that's outside the cage, I'll pull them in. That way they stay upright a little better. And that's just kind of a part of training it as it's growing. They'll do really fine. Now this right here, these two that are a little taller, these are your San Marzano tomatoes. And these are the ones that make really good tomato pastes and really super duper sauces. It has that little kind of a pear-shaped fruit, and now this is a different variant on the San Marzano, so I'm hoping it's going to be very similar to what I had last year. I do like those little pear-shaped fruits. They're kind of neat. Okay, so got a little scar on the base. Now, something I like to do is just make sure that there's no weeds growing right up against the base of them there, and I'll just pluck those out as I see them. And a lot of what's coming in here is a little weed that produces kind of a purple color flower and I want to say a clover shaped leaf, but it's not clover, it's just lobed. It has little lobes all the way around the round leaves. And it's called Creeping Charlie, and it's kind of a pain in the rear, but it's easy to combat. It's got a very shallow root system, and it's just not that tough of a weed. And once you kind of get past them, you're past them. Parts of my garden have moved well past them. Other parts are still working on. Anyway, we got this going well. Tomatoes are soon to come, and we'll be seeing the fruits of this labor soon enough. The potatoes are about a foot to foot and a half out of the dirt, and almost a foot out of the containers. One container, it's over a foot, so they're looking really good. Anyway, I just wanted to give you the garden update. There it is, and please do me a favor, drop comments down below. Click the like button if you appreciated this video. Also, if you would, subscribe. And I have links in the description box, links to my website. That's where I have my recipes and other merchandise and services that I provide. So do me a favor, take a look at that. Leave comments, let me know what you're thinking. And folks, please have you a good day, okay?